What's up, Subi friends? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're gonna do some maintenance on the Subaru. It's gonna be a good one. So let's get started. So first up on our to-do list for today is just a simple oil change. And once you're done with our oil change, we're gonna clean our air filter, change our cabin filter, and finally, we are going to rotate these tires. I don't know what I'm doing with my hands. So, like I said, we got a lot to do today. And it's not gonna get any quieter outside, if you know what I mean. So we say we get this car off the ground, give this Subi some love that it deserves. Oh, you're still heavy. Man, I can't even remember the last time I had the car off the ground. Definitely, it's been a while. Probably 8 months. Or since we did the timing belt. Hey, timing belt off. And like I said, today we are doing our 3,000 mile maintenance at only 1,700 mile maintenance. Wait. So like I was saying, today we're doing our 3,000 mile maintenance routine at 1,700 miles, which means I've only drove this car 1,700 miles in 8 months. How does that even happen? I don't know, but it happened. Okay, let's go into the car and get this oil out of here. Also, you know, if you're not running the TBW under tray and or the Flamoto drain plug, you're definitely missing out. Because it makes your oil changes so much faster and so much easier. There you go. Valve is all the way open. Gotta jump to the top and unscrew our fill cap. Alright, now that that's done draining, we can shut off that valve so the oil stops flowing, and we can take off our oil filter using our solo cut trick. Good, shut you off. Alright, no mess. First time ever. So let's get our new oil filter ready to go. Set aside our crush washer because we don't need these since we're running the Flamoto drain plug. Also, all the links to everything we're using today is in the description below. In case you're doing this yourself. You better do this on the floor. Yeah. So, some videos I do this, some videos I don't show this, but I figure we should show this on this one. We're gonna take a little bit of our oil, our new oil, we're gonna pre-fill our oil filter. Take a little oil, rub it around our filter. Take a little oil, rub it around our O-ring. And it's ready to go in. We're gonna put in our oil filter. Okay, let's see if there's any extra oil in here. Okay, well that's draining a little bit. I can put the cover back on for our oil filter. Clean off our Promotal drain plug. Put in our safety valve clip. This is just so that the valve doesn't randomly, accidentally come open. Put our cover back on. And we are done underneath of the car for today. Alright, so what I'm about to do is I'm going to transfer 32 ounces from here into here, and you'll see why in a minute. Now this is another step that I never show on video, but I figure I got lots of time today, so why not film it? Then I'm going to take this, and I'm going to store it for later. Get out of my shot. So the link to this funnel is in the description below, and it is so good. Now the main reason that I took a quart out of this one and put it into that one was because this will be exactly enough to just completely dump inside the car. But don't worry, I'll still check it before it gets fully empty. Oil dipstick check. And this right here is right on the money. However, just because this is expensive, I'm gonna try and get every little drop out of that. But as far as this part goes, oil change is done. And you have this for backup or emergencies. Nice. Next up on our list of maintenance is to get our air filter out and clean. Well, luckily, Cobb makes it really easy to remove our intake. However, it doesn't make it very easy to remove our air filter so we can clean it. One worm clamp. Remove this bracket. Unplug our MAF sensor. Set you aside. Don't forget to plug that back in. And 2 of our titanium work screws. Don't want to drop that. Very careful. There you go. Let's go over to the table. So what we need to do today is we need to remove all of these screws right here. That way we pop off our air filter. Let me get it clean. So for cleaning our air filter, we are going to use Cobb's air filter cleaner. And when we're done with that, Cobb's blue air filter oil. If you do not have any Cobb's air filter cleaner, you can always use some Griot's engine degreaser. Same thing, and it works just as well. I should say, in my opinion, it's the same thing, and it works just as well. Air filter is dry, spray it with a little bit of oil, and put it back together and throw it back in the car. Then I'm gonna spray it outside. Yeah, I definitely should have worn gloves. It looks like I just tried to choke a Smurf. But it's full of oil, sprayed nice and evenly. It looks pretty cool. I'm just gonna put it back together, so I'll put it back in the car. Okay, this goes in basically exactly how we took it out. Now, one double check of our oil. Nice. And that is oil change done. All right, so now that we got that out of the way, we got our oil change, oil filter, and our air filter done. I think we need to move on to something less work. It's getting hot out here. And what I mean by less work, quick double check. Now what I mean by less work, I mean let's just change this air filter that's inside of our cabin. So our cabin air filter. Okay, so to get to our air filter, our cabin air filter, we just gotta pop off this tab to our shock strut, our air thingy right here. This part right here, just gotta pop that off. And then, well, we just squeeze the sides of it and it should fall right out. Okay. We squeeze. Why do you have to be so complicated? We'll just set that dirty thing on our $2,000 seats. That is a pretty dirty air filter. Let's go to the bench. Now our cabin filter doesn't look too dirty. I mean, you can see little specks in here and there, but not too bad. Either way, it's only a $15, actually $13 replacement. So why not just do it? Plus, it's probably the easiest thing we're gonna do today. And here is what I'm gonna replace it with. This does look a lot different. Like the fins, definitely different. Just so you know, here's the part number, but I'll have everything linked in the description below. Here's a quick comparison, old one and the new one. Yeah. The new one basically only goes in one way. Has this arrow right there that says up.
Let's put there for privates like you. It's idiot proof.
Look at that, super simple. Took 2 minutes to do, ish. Now, just gotta put on our glove box. Just in case you need to quickly go rent some videos, I got you. Yep, a Blockbuster card. All right, with that, we can say air filter done. All right, after a small break, we are back, and all that's left is to rotate these tires. But I'm sure nobody wants to see me do that, so enjoy the time lapse. Oh boy, cool music and time lapse. Yeah.
And we will be back right after this.
Okay, tires are rotated. The only thing left is to torque down all of our lug nuts. So what we just did, our oil change, air filter cleaning, tire rotation, and air cabin filter cleaning or changing. This was our normal 3,000 mile maintenance. What you've seen in previous videos, however, we've only driven this car 1,700 miles in the last 8 months. Yeah, so that means it was time for an oil change because it was past our 6-month mark. And originally I wasn't going to do it, but then hopped on to ChatGPT, and well, ChatGPT said,
yes, you should change your oil now, even if you've only driven 1,750 miles since October 2024.
and I was like, why?
Oil doesn't just degrade from mileage, time matters too. Even if your WRX STI has been mostly parked or driven lightly, oil breaks down over time. Moisture, oxidation, and condensation can build up in the engine, especially with short or infrequent drives. This can lead to sludge or acid formation. Short trips equals more wear. If you've been doing mostly short drives, not letting the engine fully warm up, the oil doesn't burn off contaminants like water or fuel effectively. Turbocharged engines like yours are harder on oil. Subaru recommends being more proactive with maintenance due to the higher temps and pressures involved. Factory recommendations for reference. Subaru usually recommends every 6 months or 6,000 miles, whichever comes first, even for synthetic oil. Bottom line, change it. Cheap insurance for a 30 gal plus turbocharged engine. You'll feel better knowing your EJ motor has clean oil circulating, especially going into summer.
So yeah, I thought it was time I should just change the oil. I mean, that last comment right there, that was pretty important. All right, I'm gonna do the other side and I'll be right back. All right, Subi friends, that is a wrap on our 1,700 mile, 8-month maintenance, oil change, rotation service on the Subi. That was very unusual for me. Normally it's 3,000 miles, and this time, well, things just happened. Anyways, I appreciate you guys for watching. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments below. Stay tuned for some more STI content. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys on the next one. All right, peace out. Great, now I'm stuck. Ow. And back seats are a pain in the ass to get out of. The people aren't joking. You know, I found this really cool 9-pack of t-shirts like this on Amazon. I'm gonna link them below. 9 t-shirts, like $100 I think it was. I don't remember, but yeah, if you hate shopping like I do, dude, and they're different colors, so I have to keep wearing the black t-shirt and jeans. I mean, just saying.